Hello, today we are going to talk about the rectum and the anus, and today this is going to be our last presentation on the digestive system. And without wasting much time, let's jump straight in. We find that the rectum is continuous with sigmoid colon, and it begins in the front of the midsacrum and ends in a dilated portion called the rectal ampulla, and this rectal ampulla is in front, and it's in contact with the rear surface of the prostate, that's in male, and with the posterior vaginal wall in female. We also find that the anal sphincter is a group of muscles at the end of the rectum that surrounds the anus, and it controls the release of stools, thereby maintaining continence. And we have two types of sphincters. We have the internal anal sphincter and the external anal sphincter. Then, briefly, let's talk about the blood supply to the anus. We find that the arterial blood supply is to the rectum, and the anus is by the branch of the inferior mesenteric artery, and the right and left internal iliac artery. That's the arterial blood supply. Then the venous drainage from the anal canal and the rectum is provided by a rich network of veins called the internal and external hemorrhoidal veins. Then we also find that the columnar epithelium of the rectal mucosa is innervated by the autonomic nervous system, and it changes to stratified squamous type and innervated by peripheral nervous system. Peripheral way it's innervated when it changes to stratified squamous, we find that it's innervated by the peripheral nerves in the lower rectum. And we find that the rectum is normally empty, but when it's filled with gas, liquid, or solid, the increase of intraluminal pressure impulses the defecate. It brings the urge to defecate. The act of defecation is preceded by a voluntary effort, which in turn gives rise of stimuli that magnify the visceral reflex, also mediated by stretching of the rectum. That's all. That's all that we have to have at our fingertips about the rectum and the anus, and that's the end of the digestive system. I know it's been a long unit, but finally we came to an end, and I'm going to be uploading some few questions that about the digestive system that you have to have you need to be able to tackle in case maybe you have an exam or anything. So that's the end of my today's presentation. If you found it to be helpful, make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see each other and in my next presentation.